So it's early in the year. What exactly is happening in the beginning of the year? Well, I guess college football bowl games. And I haven't played a college football game yet on this series, so maybe. I guess the NBA plays some important games during this. Japanese baseball! This is Greatest 997 for the Sega Saturn. The first thing that people will notice is that most of the text is in Japanese. This is understandable, seeing as this game was developed by Japanese people, released in Japan, and intended for the entertainment of Japanese people. Now, none of those things apply to me. You'll also notice that I can't read Japanese. So we're already at 2 strikes in getting through the menus, but this is baseball, so we're alright. There are a few teams, and I don't know what basically any of them are named. Language barriers are going to be pretty heavy in this video. So with no knowledge of the teams, or any ability to really talk about different modes, I guess I'm going to have to work hard to find anything to talk about. One really cool thing comes when you choose your stadium. Stadiums are represented by wireframe 3D models in the menu screen. This effect is already really cool, but it's made even better by the fact that the architecture of these stadiums is really interesting. In North America, we have these Greco-Roman inspired stadiums and huge domes. But in Japan, look at these roofs! I want to see one of these buildings in real life. All I have here is this big TV with a crown. Anyway, in the actual game, it's alright. It's not too difficult to understand. Hitting's okay. It's a little strange, and you do actually have to guess where the pitcher's going to throw, which is one of those things that I don't like about many baseball games, but it pulls it off pretty well. Pitching is pretty easy to understand as well. I could describe basically every aspect of the gameplay in this fashion. It's all pretty good. It's all pretty good except for the music, that is. The music drones on and on forever. However, also in the audio department, the commentator has a lot to say. I don't know what he's saying, however, until he throws in a few English words here and there. He is saying a lot, though, and there isn't much blank space, even while play is going. And that's a pretty impressive feat for the Saturn in 1997. You see, who said language barriers had to play into this? Alright, me. Language barriers are going to be pretty heavy in this video. One of the teams is either sponsored by Sega or is just based upon knights. Maybe the characters are all named after references to knights and it's a hilarious joke. Like the NFL Game Day 2004 code where all the players are given the names of presidents. That was kind of funny. Is this supposed to be funny? I don't know. I don't understand because I can't read it. I am the most qualified person to review this game. I have the manual. It's in Japanese as well. I'd love to read it to you, but I can't. Now, those with keen eyes and knowledge of old baseball games may notice that this is exactly the same game as World Series Baseball 98 for the Saturn, except it's in Japan. Actually, weirdly enough, the game that I played last time, NCAA Basketball, had a similar thing happen to it, where the North American version had American collegiate teams, but the Japanese release had Japanese teams. They're the same game in both places, though, just like here. So there's that. But if you want to play a good baseball game, look for World Series 98 for the Saturn. Or Greatest 997 if you want. It's up to you. It's your choice.